Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Monday, January 6th, 2025. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Happy Monday, everyone. Before we get to the charts, I do want to invite you to join us for our January 2025 market outlook. We have our monthly market outlook Tuesday, January 7th at 3 p.m. Central, and we're going to cover futures, stocks, crypto, and industry groups to pay attention to in January, in Q1, and in some cases throughout the year. So this is the monthly market outlook to be a part of. If you are going to be joining us here, we will be hosting it from our Discord trading room. You can go to this link right here, which is in the description below, to learn more, and click here to take advantage of 50% off your first month of our trading room using the coupon code PREMIUM at checkout. But this is going to be a monthly market outlook that we're hosting at 3 p.m. Central Time, Tuesday, January 7th, and we're going to talk a ton of stocks, futures, crypto, industry groups, a ton of charts coming at you, and we'll also take any requests that you have as well. So this will be hosted directly from our Discord trading room. If you want access here, you can get 50% off at checkout using the coupon code PREMIUM. Again, the link is in the description below. All right, let's take a look here at the ES. This is the daily time frame of the ES. Strong overnight move here. Very strong overnight move to begin the week. Very bullish price action here that has taken us through the previous week's high price. That's the previous week's high here. We're through that level right there. We're also through the previous month's midpoint. As we mentioned before, we have a overlapping higher value relationship with a bearish bias, and the tendency here is for when price pulls back to that zone, bears look to defend and turn this thing back down. That's what happened in the very first trading day of the year right here. But Friday rather, we had a very bullish finish to the week, and we've seen that carry over here into Sunday evening and Monday morning. Very bullish as we head into the RTH Open. This market right now is through the previous month's midpoint, which could break this bearish relationship here if price can stay above this level throughout the session. Now, it's still early in the day. If we were to see this thing fall back down, it could develop quite a bearish wick reversal at these highs. That could look like another lower high to the recent lower high and the strong high here, and that could again send prices back down. So very important for this market to remain above the previous month's midpoint if this thing is going to carry over to the upside. Now, from an intraday perspective, very bullish slope of VWAP, very bullish slope of the overall price action, and that right now suggests to flow in the direction of price action right now. Do not attempt to fade into this strength as of right now unless a strong rejection occurs. So until then, this market moving higher from an intraday basis, and to close above this previous month's midpoint would open up a move back toward recent highs. Looking at the NQ, similar price action out of the NQ, very bullish overnight and pre-market trading action here through the previous month's midpoint right now. And again, this is very bullish to begin the week at the moment. But if it's going to be a bearish week, oftentimes you start with strength and you finish on weakness, leaving behind an inverted checkmark type of look and feel here. So this could be an opportunity for bears to defend up here, and any failure to hold that previous month's midpoint, any close, say, below the day's midpoint, that all would suggest a rejection and failure of this initial move. But as of right now, the intraday price action, unidirectional trending price action here looks very bullish. The intraday slope of VWAP, very bullish, and that would suggest any pullback to be defended until proven otherwise. Looking at crude oil, this one, bullish start to the year, bullish finish to the previous year as well. Very strong move. We've been talking about this for the last month, how there could be a bullish finish to 2024 and then a bullish start to 2025 as this market opens up Perhaps with at least 9 to 10 weeks of strength here to open the new year, that would carry us back to finishing VWAP right around the 75.50 to 76 zone, and then we could be looking at a follow-through to the 78.50 level. That's the October highs here and the key range high. And there's also evidence here to suggest that on a 2-year volume profile basis that we work higher toward $80. $80 would be right around the value high of the 2-year volume profile, and that could carry us into resistance up ahead. So any pullback right now could still be a buying opportunity as this thing works its way toward 80. At the moment, bulls are defending the previous week's close price and VWAP on an intraday basis there at 74. Any failure to hold 74 could open up a little bit of intraday weakness here. But again, any pullback, even as deep as 72s, could be a buying opportunity on a swing basis as this market continues to rotate higher. Looking at gold futures, right now gold futures down nearly 0.8%. This thing turned down off the 2680 level and is working its way down as of right now. We're seeing this thing test back toward the 2630 level. That's the midpoint of the key range. And we've seen a lot of chop in this area. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth here as this market continues to trade and chop near the center of this range. I've mentioned before that we'd really need a push to one of the extremes for a fade opportunity, and the extremes are still quite a ways out. 2540 on the low end, somewhere north of 2780 to 2800 on the high end, and the middle zone here around 2675, 2670. That's kind of the middle chop right now. We either need something up here to fade back down or something down here to fade back up. Until then, there could be quite a bit more chop, but this one clearly showing some weakness here, which is inverted to the strength of equity futures at the moment. Looking at the YM up about 0.5% right now. This one has been more bearish than the bunch. YM, RTY both showing quite a bit of weakness here in the month of December, but right now showing a little bit of a bounce back. This first trading day of the month right here, quite a bit bearish on Friday, finishing strong today, also pushing through these highs. The YM not quite at the previous week's high. That would have to take you quite a bit higher here to get to that level, but still working its way toward that zone. Now overall, nice box that is developed here between 43,750 and the 42,500 level. Those two levels right there, and you can see kind of the box action that is played out. So we could be looking at a follow through that takes us toward 43,750 up ahead, but this market remains in a downtrend. It's going to need to kind of push through that level there in order to kind of change the directional conviction of this market. As of right now, any pullback could still be sold until proven otherwise. So while we are seeing strength here to begin the week out of the ES, the NQ, and the YM, do we begin to see some selling pressure set in given the recent trends? Looking at Bitcoin, this one up right now 1%. This one flowing higher and reaching 100,000 here. This one's also been kind of in a range here between 92K and 100K. Still in the upward bias overall, kind of a head and shoulder style pattern developing here. This one's also testing the previous month's midpoint, but starting the year on a positive note as of right now. Did mention before that if we did see some weakness, perhaps we have to fill in some of this thin portion of the profile. Any pullback could be a long-term buying opportunity to the upside. If we got anywhere between 75,000 and 80,000, that could provide a tremendous longer-term buying opportunity to 120,000 and maybe beyond. So right now, starting the month hot, starting the month at least bullish, but will it find resistance at 100K? Will it find resistance at the previous month's midpoint? That could turn things back down within the recent narrow range. Perhaps the most bullish of the bunch here is Ether futures, ETH here, with a big time breakout Friday. This was a narrow 7-day range here, a very bullish breakout here. This thing closed beyond the previous month's midpoint, closed right around the 3650 level, and that was suggestive of a follow through to the upside. So this one is seeing a bullish day one breakout from the 7-day compression here. That 7-day compression would suggest somewhere around 800 point breakout move. And if we take it from the low of the breakout day, the day one breakout, then it points us to about 4250. 4250 could be the upside breakout point for this market down the road, and fairly soon as well. If it's a 7-day breakout here, you got 6, 7, 8, 9 days to let this thing go run and hit that target. So any pullback could be a buying opportunity as this thing perhaps works its way back toward 4,000 and perhaps into the 4,200 to 4,250 zone. So good day one breakout. Can it continue to hold above the 8-period PIMA? Can it continue to hold above the breakout point of the range? All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the fresh week of trading. Remember, tomorrow, Tuesday, January 7th at 3 p.m. Central, I will be hosting our first monthly market outlook of the year directly from our Discord trading room. You can get more information about that in the link in the description below. Everyone have a fantastic Monday. I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.